What is up, A-Souls? Welcome back to another GWENT video. Happy patch day. It's, what, 11.3 or is it 10.3? I think it's 11. I don't really care. But, it is a new patch. We got many new reworks. Many new reworks. All of which, most of which are directly linked to Bonded. The Bonded keyword and the Bandit tag. They reworked most, if not all, at least most, of the Bronze Bandits, and turning a lot of them into Bonded cards and Bonded synergy cards, which makes sense, because, you know, they're a band of bandits. They're together. They're a crew. They're a gang. And we're going to play some bandits today. Now, clearly bandits, it's an all-neutral archetype. There are non-neutral bandits, but the actual bandit keyword synergy no longer exists. It's now all about the bonded, which means that, first of all, each faction has their own bonded units, some definitely better than others. But each faction has them, and yeah. While a bonded bandit deck will be mainly neutral, you can definitely build it all neutral. I'm more interested to see what tiny things, small touches that each individual faction can bring to the table. And you know, one of the main issues that I had when trying to build this was, which leader do I go with? There's no bandit leader, there's no bonded leader. But, you know, I did land on a blood scent, because I'm about to fulfill my lifelong dream of playing blood scent outside of a vampire list. We have vampires, but it's not a vampire deck. This is I just feel like this is such a good leader for points. It's a 12-point leader. It's spread out across 3 charges. It's very flexible. Solid amount of points. Very good flexibility. We have had other leaders in the past with this amount of flexibility be nerfed. Like losing charges. Because having this many charges is actually really good. So we're going to play Bloodscent as our leader. And with that, I figured, why not play Regis Reborn as a top-end finisher? Our leader alone can secure 9 separate turns of bleeding on the board, so we just have to supplement a handful more for Regis to be actually really powerful finisher. And, you know, we have the new Iron Falcon Knife Juggler, which is a bonded engine. And when this card itself is bonded, it also is a bleeding provider. We also have the new Cutthroat, which doesn't do bleeding anymore, but having bleeding as part of our deck does help set him up, because you know, he doesn't do damage, he doesn't apply bleeding, he destroys enemies with specific power or less, and we need to be able to set those up for him to be even worth it in the first place. Plumard got an update to its bonded effect. It's now not just bleeding 4, it's bleeding equal to base power. I can't see this ever being worse than the old version, but it can definitely be better. In long rounds, big units, this could be better. And so yeah, we should be good on the bleeding. But we do have a second finisher, or a second big boy who is going to be building up throughout the game, and that is the new Gascon. When in hand, deck, or on the battlefield, whenever you play the second copy of a bonded unit, this match boosts self by 3. That basically means for each separate type of bonded unit, when you play the second one, Gascon gets boosted by 3. If you play 4 Cutthroats, you only play the second one once, right? Because, you know, that makes sense. Gascon only boosts by 3 once from the 4 Cutthroats. If you play 2 Cutthroats, 2 Knife Jugglers, 2 Straits of Spala, 2 Plumers, and 2 Iron Falcon Infantries, Gascon goes to 17 power. So basically, if we're able to play 3 pairs of bonded units, he's in 11, which is not great, but that's passable. If we play 4, he is 14. If we play L5, 17. 14 and 17 are great payoffs for an 8 provision card. 11 is passable. We should be able to go beyond 11, so we should think of 11 as our floor. That's the lowest. We have Mushy Truffle and Gascon Iron Falcon to help supplement our bonded units. Make sure we hit all the second copies. And we have a few other cards. I won't be covering all the new cards, but I can show their abilities. I recommend you just read the patch notes to stay updated on what these new cards do. They've all been like fully reworked, so it's very cool. One-Eyed Betsy can help us draw bonded units. She can also help us fix our hand, alongside Straits of Spala also fixing our hand, which means that we can have 4 bricks in the deck: Roach, Knickers, and the 2 Highwaymen. All cards that are terrible in our hand, but great in our deck. We have enough hand fixing that we can run all 4. And still take some mulligans in good faith. Free Company is now almost like a mixture of Sasuke Commander and what's it called? Rafar's Vengeance. If we have a bonded unit on the board and we also have a copy of it in our deck, every 3 turns on order we can play the copy from the deck. This can also help us, get into all of these bonded triggers for Gascon and for just stronger effects. One-Eyed Betsy also lets us replay an allied bonded unit, which it's a nice little extra bonus there. Overall, I'm a big fan of all these bonded changes. I love that Bandits have been reworked into a really cool archetype. I would hate to see this suddenly be oppressive and then every faction plays it and then every deck is the same. But, right now it doesn't seem crazy. I just hope that it's playable but niche, right? So every now and then you'll see a Bandit deck, but it'll be fun. That's the dream. We have the donkeys in here, Unicorn Chironex. Like, this could be a lot of things. Ring of Favor. Olgierd is good if you run into a lot of Reaver Hunters. I tried Catacan, but it's not really that good here. And Proto-Fletter just feels terrible. It just feels bad for a 9 provision card. So I'm going with the donkeys. Like, it's not interesting at all, I know. But it might add just a tad more power to our earlier game plan so that we can successfully finish on our big boys. Okay. I've talked for 9 minutes. That is way more than enough. Most people probably skipped this. But for those of you who didn't, thank you for watching the video. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you enjoy patch day. Let me know what you'll be playing. And what you want to see me play. But for now, I think we are overdue for some gameplay. Alright. We're going to start off with some Scoia'tael against Alex Mosey. Invigorate. Some hand buffet. That has to go and you have to go. Maybe the deck isn't consistent enough for the donkeys. Because now, like, we can't play this. But we could shuffle it back. Like, Truffle for a Straits of Spala, shuffle it back. That could work. Now, we don't have any Tall Punish. This deck wasn't exactly designed to punish. It was just designed to play Bandits. So as with a lot of the decks that I play, you could surely make it better by just adding some tech cards. You know, a little bit of counter options. We got a Farseer here. I'm gonna play this guy. I have Juggler. He spawns a 1-power locked copy of a bonded unit from your starting deck. It's a 5-point play. It will enable bonded immediately. And this early on in the patch, it will also make your opponent read your cards. Which is always fun. I completely forgot to play Blood Scent, so we missed the turn there. Instant misplay. That is how it is done. These pop out whenever you play a bonded unit that you already control a copy of. These will pop out your melee row, but if they lose their armor without also dying, they will actually go back on top of your deck, so that's cool. And there's Renfri. Curse agreed. And cooldown 8. That's very good. That is very, very good. And they went for the Cursed Scroll. Interesting. Ugh, I should also be getting this free company down. I guess I'm okay to do that. Let me just do this. Play it down. There's Roach, kind of ruining these infantries. If one of them came out of our deck here, that would have been a lot better, but for now, that's actually a problem. So maybe Roach, not the best. You could definitely do a Renfri variant of this, and then I guess Roach would be the best, but I think for us, maybe we don't need it. I don't really have a use for this, unless I can play Strays. Yeah, and shuffle this back, and then just play another Strays. That's decent. Or Plumard. Immediate Plumard, 5 bleeding here, that could be good. Don't want to do that. Let's do that. That seems cool. So just 2 bleeding to this. Immediately forgetting that I have charges of things. Classic me. Classic me. Okay, I only missed out on 2 points. Which is whatever. That is fine. So now we can oh. Oh, I wish this was active now. We kill that. If this had been active now, could have just gotten the other copy of this and killed Dunka. We still could if they leave it as an option. You know what? I can play this. It's a 5-point turn. Dude, your taunts aren't even words I understand. It's not even interesting. Well, let's see. If this Dunka does not use her order here, we're about to get some value. No, 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 no. Yes. Oh, you greedy bitch. Okay. I play this. Then I spend this. Then we fucking win. It's so good. They're still pushing me. Okay, now I'm scared. No, I mean, they're just setting up carryover that I'm going to bleed out, right? I think we just play this. And we do not mind Gascon. Oh, this Gascon is already at 14? Wow. What are we missing? Which Bandit are we missing? The Strays of Spala. Okay, round 1, 1 on even. So now we can bleed out their carryover as well as their second use of leader. This is good. Drawing some donkeys. Drawing some strays. You know, stray is good. Stray is actually not that good. I think we'll have to manage without the stray. What's in here? What's in here? 8. I mean, 8 is good, right? Problem is, of course, with going first here. I think we just shuffle them back. I think, yo, Betsy, whatever. With going first here, okay, we might actually not get this out. Now that I think about it. But we get either that or their carryover. And we have the donkeys. We have to put some bleeding on the board for Regis. God, missing that first turn of bleeding. Kinda sucks. I wish. This can enable... Oh. It won't be the second copy, but it'll still sort of work. And it's good with Betsy. Because if that Straits of Spala lives, that's points. And I mean, there's no way. Okay, I mean, we got their leader. That's good. It's actually really good. Because we know two of the cards. It's what's he called? What is he called? The Torque, the hand buff man. And the other is something presumably buffed. Now, spending Decree here. I mean, we thin out one of these. The donkeys will thin out another card. Like, we are guaranteed to draw our cards. So, check it out. Straits of Spala. Bonded. You don't have to shuffle back a gold. It just is an 8. That just is an 8. Not bad. There he is. Not bad for someone who forgot to apply bleeding on the first turn. They have to play. Circe? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It forces out their last card. Beefs up Regis. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Nuh-uh. I mean, this is good, because that adds just a little bit more bleeding for the Reginald. Oh, oh yeah.
Spit it out already. I don't have all day.
That's a tiny Regis, I will admit. She can purify herself. Yeah, but no Dryad, so no Vitality. That's fine. Still 19. 19 points, so that's on a bad day. Didn't even get to play Gascon. I contemplated playing Gascon first. Just, because I suspected a forfeit there. Okay, I mean, keep in mind, that was my first game ever with these, you know, essentially brand new cards. So, a few misplays. Okay, game number 2 against Syndication. The goal? Less misplays and therefore more wins. Ooh, Bounty is gonna make it hard. I think. I might keep this just to have a gold to shuffle with him. You know? Does that make sense? Nah. We got the dudes. We got some dudes. It's pretty good. Do I want to set up some knife jugglers? I mean, they get killed, but they have to spend more damage than it's actually worth. I think that's okay, yeah. Yeah, read the cards. They're new. Kind of. Okay, so I mean, I don't want to throw my other knife juggler into an empty board. So we're gonna do this. Alright, don't forget Roach. That's an extra 4 points of tempo as soon as I play, presumably, Mushy Truffle. We're missing bleeding triggers, but this time it's not my fault. No, come on. I don't have a way to get it back either. I just realized that he messed this up. Okay, I want my points. I could Plumard this after... forgetting bleeding again. Oh, man. I was so thinking like, oh, I'm gonna Plumard this. And then after 2 turns, I can cutthroat it. Maybe I should just kill it. That's fine. They're being very intelligent about this, which I don't like. Because my baby Regis. My baby Regis. An archetype solely reliant on, you know, sticking things on the board is not good against bounty. They are just killing literally everything on my board. Next turn, I mean, I can zap that. What's another bonded unit I could do? I mean, obviously it's this. There's this, and there's just another Plumard, just for the Gascon buff. Could be nice. Just to keep Regis alive. Okay, I'm offering up some passes here, and I shouldn't be doing that, but... Do they have charges left on this? No. I mean, yes. Counter 3. Oh, it only does the thing 3 times. Okay, I thought it was significantly more than that. I don't know how keen they're gonna... Okay. They did it. Okay, I'm a card down. They still have their insanely powerful leader now. What's that? 10? 10. I feel like this could maybe start lower. I don't know. I can't really do those. Now I could, because I don't want him. Free company's shit. Betsy. Betsy could be good. Decree for Betsy. There's no... There's no reason for me to... So here's the thing. I misunderstood. I mixed Betsy with Free Company. And I thought, oh, Betsy can make me another copy of this. No, she can't. She never could. I refuse to believe this card is good. I refuse. It helps lesser-minded people, you know, like myself, to play Syndicate. You know what? I will put him back. Okay. Yeah, Regis is garbage. Gascon is just not... we can still trigger Gascon. Like, he doesn't require the actual bonded effect to go off. Just that we play a second copy of any given bonded unit. And once you play down this Trace of Spala, he will go to 14, which is very passable. But we do have to... We do have to survive. Oh, that's not good. That is not good at all. And now you kill it. No. Okay. I mean, I would have wanted this, but I mean, I like this. Gaining 5 extra points on Betsy. Don't mind if I do. Have I played a Knife Juggler? No, I summoned her. I have not played her.
Who said you can't win wars with whimsy?
I can maybe make him believe that that's worth killing. Just an executioner. Well, he's not using leader, obviously. So I'll make him work a little bit more for this Betsy. Or they do that. Man, Syndicate was just a mistake, wasn't it? Okay, I do actually have a pass. I go to 19. They have to play. They spent the leader. I can keep my donkey tempo. I have 6 points from my leader. Yep. I could probably have played Unicorn Chironax and still had the opportunity to pass, but at this point I would rather just save these. It's like 17 points, right? So we have Gascon. Do we even have a... No. No. Do you have a Strays? We do have a Strays. Of course. But that's fine. That's fine. Actually, I should have kept the Plume Art. That was a bad mulligan. The 2 bleeding from the Plume Art actually just mattered, I think. And here, I think just something with armor, just to make it a little less worth killing. Or Strays in case I draw the Strays. You know what? Yeah, Strays. Like, if they want to kill it, okay, do that. If they let it live, and these draw me the Straits of Spala, that's good. But no, they just... You let him live. I mean, you let him not boost. Okay, so they have Graydon and potentially Mariels, who both punish the boost. Otherwise, Bounty doesn't punish the... No, it's whatever. Whatever. We do this. We drew the Strays, but it's too late. It's too late for the Strays. We just have to play it as our last play for a glorious 4 points. Yeah, that's Graydon. Glad I didn't buff it. This is bigger base power, but I mean, it's so much they don't even gain the coins. This is little base power. Graydon was the biggest punish for this, right? But if he lives, he boosts on board as well. So if he lives, he will actually boost by 3 when I play the second Strays. No, I've already done the Stray thing. Okay, so that doesn't matter. Regis doesn't strengthen on board. Unless they have Mariels, Graydon was the only punish for that, right? Oh, okay. Suddenly I feel a lot better about my life. Okay. Hey. Close game despite their brick. Man, if that hadn't been bricked... I mean, if that hadn't been bricked, they would have just gotten that as an extra 1 point. And they would have had something else instead. I mean, they played most of their good cards. So, you know, you could say if they hadn't bricked their beggars, but also if I hadn't bricked my... You gotten that bad Strays of Spala last play. You know, we both could have had more points, but things didn't go our way. But it was still a fun one, despite some setbacks at the start. And I have now faced every faction except monsters. 5 games, 5 different factions, and I'm not gonna enjoy this because I don't have punish cards for anything. I don't have a Strays of Spala. I have ways to get it. Yeah, I mean, this deck, it doesn't have... Like, I don't have tech cards. I don't have counters to anything. But I also don't have enough bullshit, abusable greed bullshit ass toxicity myself to compete with others. So, like, I'm just sitting here like, what? That's okay. This is just a greedy priestess and or Melitele list that does not have removal for this. Let's see, in NR, if they got Ansace and they boost him up like crazy.
the mist gonna pass me those lovely earrings? Or do I tear them off myself?
Okay, let's see if they rolled into a counter. And Sace would easily deal with this. If they spawned him in their deck. Please. Please tell me you did not get him. Okay. They're probably just doing their thing, which is fine. So slow. Like, am I gonna blood send this volunteer? Is that worth it? I mean, I just lose 1 point, and in return, but I also want to play this. You know what? Forget about Regis. Forget about Regis. He's not even that important to our game plan. He's not the best card in my deck. Not by a long shot. The best card is obviously Troubadour. All right, I'm on a little bit of a tilted streak here against some shitty matchups. So I'm gonna snap out of it. We're gonna have fun with this last one. I have no personal reason to hate this deck yet. I know a lot of people do. I have yet to reach that point, so I am just going to act like I don't hate it at all. This almost feels overcommittal at this point, but so does Betsy. I think it's fine. Okay. We are set on the bleeding for a few turns. Regis. Mr. 2-power Regis. Looks like we might get another free company off here. Which is exciting. Because we spawn the strays. No, because now we don't get the shuffle. But that's okay. I mean, we're good to pass now, right? Like, I don't know why they keep playing. I mean, they're trying to set up some silly carryover. But that... You cost 4, right? Good. There's no way. There's no way. No, I refuse to believe that I can take this pass and still lose. I refuse to believe that. I know you're setting up carryover on your 4 provision units, but you're not winning this round. You had him all along? You had him all along? Like, they're building up carryover on their 4 provision units, but I mean, are you even winning this round? Okay, yes, they can win the round. A few cards down. I refuse to believe that deck is so bullshit that I... There is a part of me that believes it. I'll admit. There's a part. But now what? him being 7 power here pisses me off. Not gonna lie. See, I need bleeding on the board. But I'll see if I can do without my leader for that. I can play some plume arts. No. No! But no, it's not that many units. It's okay. You're not gonna lose. It's fine, dude. You're not losing to this. You're not losing. You're not losing to this. They barely have units in their deck. I know that they are very boosted, but I have so many cards. Oh, I don't like that. No, no, no. No, no, no. No. Why are all my cards so reliant on targets? No. $14. Okay. Well, now they have a thick deck of presumably a lot of 4 provision units, none of which are boosted anymore. I have carryover. I still have a leader charge. I have card advantage. I have reaches. See, this can make one of these, which makes this an 8-point play. And then I just get reaches. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I gotta say, I'm having a hard time figuring out how to play these cards correctly on the fly. Like what? No, I'm not gonna lose to a defender, right? I'm not losing to a defender today. Please God, no. Please God, no. The move was switched to Is it still a bandit that moves? Scout. That's not a bandit, no. No, he cannot high roll a move. No, no, no. Okay, whatever. No, no, no. I'm not losing to a defender here. I am not losing to a defender here. That's fine, that's fine. That's fine. Regis is 21. I have 6 here. I did not just lose to this defender. Yeah, no, that doesn't do anything. You're still just killing an 8. Yeah, that... You just a block. You're not... Regis is 21. I win. Yes, because it pops the shield. Regis is not 21. Regis is not 21. But at least it pops the shield, so I do 1 damage. Are we gonna let him win? Yeah. Yeah. Fucking hell. What the hell was that? Oh my god. You know what? After just losing to losing a few matches to just very annoying meta decks that I just cannot stand even just seeing. It was exhilarating to finish on whatever the hell that was. Okay. Okay, thank you so much for watching, first of all. You know what? I won 3 out of 5. I think that's decent for you know, for my first outing with a bunch of new cards. You know, I am me. I made the deck, which obviously means that it is worse than it could be. A few mistakes here and there, but ultimately I don't think they ended up mattering too much. Hopefully I cleaned up my game throughout the video. Obviously I don't know, but I'm sure there are people out there who would love to point it out if I didn't. Okay, let's talk about the cards quickly here. Bloodset, you know, like I said, it's been a lifelong dream of mine to play this as just a value leader. And honestly, I think it was decent. Like, you have to plan ahead a little bit because it's not instant value. But as long as you know, have this game plan of, you know, Regis always having bleeding on the board, you use your leader efficiently, plan out your rounds and your turns. I was actually quite happy with that. And as for all the new Bandit cards, I mean, Cutthroat was the hardest one for me, I think. I mean, Iron Falcon Infantry. This one is kind of difficult because of Knickers and Roach. It didn't impact my games today too much, but that's definitely a thing. Then again, looking at this card, like, you want to play this when you can also play another copy. Like, you're aiming for the bonded with this every time, so maybe it's not that big of an issue. You know, maybe. Cutthroat was also a little bit rough sometimes, but we do have pings. We have a lot of bleeding. Hitting a 4 or less power is not hard. 2 or less in some matchups needs some setup, but it's definitely possible. Highwayman was fun. Really enjoyed that. Strays of Spala, more difficult to play for me than I imagined it would be. I mean, they are high power cards for 4 provisions. They can't fix our hand. Unfortunately, you know, if we have only good golds in our hand that we want to have, and we can't trigger the bonded, you know, they're a little bit rough. Betsy was really fun. Gascon was really cool. I reliably got him to 14 or higher. And, you know, with some practice and some tweaks, I feel like this deck can consistently just get a solid Gascon. And, you know, you also have Regis as a finisher. Free Company, I didn't get to use it a lot. But, I mean, a 6 strength unit with an order effect and not Zeal, it's not going to live. This gets shut down a lot of the time. Gascon Iron Falcon, the card itself did not receive any changes, but its effect is now so much more useful and flavorful, and I'm a huge fan of the Bandit package here. Unicorn Chironex, obviously amazing cards when you have them together. Terrible cards when you don't. Powerhouses, when used correctly. Just shitty, boring cards when used wrongly. I imagine I will be switching them out. Maybe it's time for some tech cards and some just a few ways to counter what our opponents are doing, because this deck is not nearly greedy enough to go solitaire. I mean, it's not entirely solitaire. Like we need stuff to put bleeding on. We need targets for our pings and our destroys. But yeah, like we have cards that can perform pretty well. We have some really cool new abilities that create for some awesome synergies. New uses for the Mushy Truffle, which is one of my favorite cards. Overall, I'm happy. I'm happy with all these changes. Is it sad that only neutral cards and, you know, one monster card got changed? Yes. But at least it enables... I mean, I'm looking forward to experiment with Bandits in various factions. I think it could be a lot of fun. And I enjoyed this version, but I'm sure there are other factions that can just, you know, supplement just a little bit better. The whole bonded thing. And maybe even at that, you know, there's definitely a possibility to add a 6th pair of bonded units just to get Gascon to that sweet 20. I think that is something I'll be looking into soon. Just gotta find a faction that can do that reliably. There is also another bonded neutral. The Caravan Vanguard. These are 9 for 5s when bonded, 6 for 5s when not. Unbonded, they're trash. Bonded, decent value. Yeah. Anyway. Thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Obviously, I mean, this goes without saying, but I'll say it anyway. I started recording like 10 minutes after the patch, or after the season started. The patch had been out for an hour, but I want to wait for the ranked season to start before I play. So, obviously it's going to be rough around the edges, but the point of the video was to try out a bunch of new cards, and I feel like we definitely got to do that. We got some good wins and some shitty losses that I won't be showing because like, the matchups are not interesting. It's a landslide defeat for me. And I think most importantly, I'm just sitting there whining and being tilted and just, it's... I know some people like to see me be mad at the game, but... like, there was nothing enjoyable in those matches. Like, I can lose matches and it's still enjoyable footage. But this was just miserable. But I feel like we got to try out a lot of the new cards and mess around with them a little bit. Overall, I'm very positive towards all these changes, and I look forward to playing some more Bandits. Some Gasconded Bandits. Probably not bloody next time, although who knows. If you have any ideas for other factions, leader abilities, or just a sprinkle of other cards that can also make for a good Bandit deck, I would love to hear them. Because I'm into this. I am into this. And You know, one thing I will try to avoid is just a Renfri Triss Meteor Shower thing. Like this. This is basically what I just played. But probably stronger, but also definitely more boring. I want to go down this line. You know, not Renfri. And just trying to experiment with leader abilities and maybe some top-end cards. Because without Renfri, the Bandit top-end ends at 10, really. And there are definitely some slots in the mid-range area here, so... I'll be experimenting more with that. And I'll be back soon with some more Gwent, maybe some more Bandits. Until then, have a good one. And I hope to see you again soon.